Told you that your brain can hear explosions that aren't real, your limbs can act on their own, and some people even believe they've already died? These aren't horror stories. They're real, scientifically documented conditions, and some have no explanation. From bizarre brain malfunctions to terrifying sensory distortions, these are the strangest human body glitches science can't explain. 1. Exploding head syndrome, or the silent boom. Imagine falling asleep, drifting into dreams when, boom, a loud explosion shakes your entire mind. You wake up in a panic, but everything is silent. No alarms, no crashes, nothing. You've just experienced exploding head syndrome. What is it? A condition where people hear loud, sudden noises right before falling asleep, but there's no actual sound. Some scientists believe it's caused by a neurological misfire in the brain's auditory system, but no one knows why it happens. Around 10 to 15% of people report having this at least once in their lives. The scariest part? There's no known cure. If this happens to you, you just have to live with it. 2. Alien hand syndrome. When your own hand betrays you. What if your hand had a mind of its own? Some people wake up to find their hand moving on its own, grabbing things, throwing objects, even trying to harm them. This happens when the two hemispheres of the brain stop communicating properly, usually after brain surgery or strokes. A woman's left hand kept slapping her face uncontrollably. She had to physically restrain it with her other hand. Scientists' theory: the brain loses control of the limb, treating it as an independent entity. It's like living with a possessed limb. 3. Cotard's delusion, the Walking Dead syndrome. Now imagine waking up one day and believing you're already dead. You feel no hunger, no emotions. You don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. That's Cotard's delusion, also known as the walking corpse syndrome. Patients report feeling their organs have rotted or their blood has stopped flowing. A man with Cotard's syndrome traveled to the morgue, convinced he needed to be buried. Why does it happen? Scientists believe it's a glitch in self-perception due to brain damage, but it remains a mystery. A disorder that makes you believe you're a zombie? Science still can't explain it. 4. Phantom limb syndrome. Feeling what's not there. What if your body refused to accept that your arm was missing? For many amputees, their missing limb still feels painfully real, even years after it's gone. What's happening? The brain still has a mental map of the missing limb. Some people feel phantom fingers moving or even phantom itches they can't scratch. Can it be treated? Some scientists use mirror therapy, where a person sees their missing limb reflected to trick the brain into letting go. Your brain is more stubborn than you think. 5. The third man syndrome. The invisible savior. Imagine being stranded in the mountains, exhausted and alone. But suddenly you feel a presence guiding you. You hear their voice. You sense their touch. But when you turn around, there's no one there. What is it? Survivors of life-threatening situations often report feeling a mysterious helper beside them. Real cases. A mountain climber lost in a snowstorm was guided by an unseen figure, and it saved his life. Scientists think it's the brain's survival mechanism, creating an illusion to prevent panic. But if it's just an illusion, why do so many survivors describe the same experience? 6. Time dysplasia. When time breaks. Have you ever felt like time slowed down or skipped forward? Some people permanently live with a broken sense of time. Their brains process time incorrectly, making seconds feel like minutes, or vice versa. The weirdest cases: people who feel stuck in a time loop. Others who feel time moves too fast, as if their entire life is being fast-forwarded. Scientific explanation? None. It remains one of the biggest mysteries of the brain. Could this be proof that our perception of time is just an illusion? Some conditions, like phantom limb pain, can be reduced with therapy. But others, like exploding head syndrome, remain completely unsolved. What if one day we could reprogram the brain like a computer, Would that mean we could also create new abilities? Our bodies may seem predictable, but these strange glitches prove we don't fully understand ourselves. Maybe one day science will explain these mysteries? Or maybe we're just scratching the surface of what the human body is truly capable of. Have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain? A time distortion, a weird brain glitch? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories.